All right, what is going on, guys? SteelTwins back at you with another video.
Week 5 picks, man. We are a quarter or 1/4 or so into the regular season already, man. Week 5 picks. Want to welcome a special guest back to the channel, to the predictions. That Steelers fan, aka Abel. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is my second year, so hopefully I do as good as I did last year. I think most of the picks that I did last year, I got them, but I'm not really sure and would have to double check on that.
Yeah, we probably would, but I'm sure last year you were pretty accurate. This week, on the other hand, it's a little more tough because there's a lot of tough games to call. We'll start with Thursday Night Football, man. It's an NFC West battle, man. The Rams at the Seahawks. Rams are coming off a loss. Hawks are coming off of a win. So, what's your prediction here?
Well, I would have to say that I kind of want to go with the LA Rams because they are coming off a loss, so they might have like energy to go and get the win. But at the same time, you can never really count the Seahawks with Russell Wilson. It seems like most of the time he's starting, so there's never really a game where he's like counted out. So if he's in there, like they have like always a chance. It's at home, so I don't know. I think I might want to go with the upset. These Thursday night games have actually been good this year, so I think I might go with the upset. I like the Rams like offense and their defense, but I don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks still won this game. So, but I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. I'd agree. I got to go with the Rams. The Rams typically have the Seahawks number. Both teams are looking good. The Rams coming off of a loss to the Cardinals are definitely not going to fall too behind on the division and give the Seahawks the upper hand here. So I'll go the Rams. It should be a tough matchup for sure, though. It's an NFC West battle. So let's go Los Angeles, 27-23.
I think I'm gonna pick the Rams for this game. You know, you should never count out Seattle when they have Russell Wilson and that electric offense with his weapons. But I just don't see Seattle really slowing down or containing Matthew Stafford and his targets, especially Cooper Kupp.
Right.
And I think that's what's going to help Rams get the win. I'm going to say 31-24.
Sunday games, man. We have a very awful one here. We have the Jets at the Falcons.
In London. I think London.
It is London because it's a 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time start time. So what's your prediction here?
Yeah, definitely two. I don't know. Honestly, like I think they might be better than us, both these teams combined. But as far as like production on like maybe both sides of the field or at least on one side. But yeah, the Jets, like they're pretty bad. I still don't know how they beat the Titans, and the Titans, how could you let that happen to yourself? Like you played yourself there.
Yeah.
And the Falcons, like we all know I don't know what happened. Like it seems ever since they lost that Super Bowl, they just never been the same. They can never even get back to like I think even the postseason. So, man, this one's kind of hard. I want to say the Jets, just because the Falcons like they might have a lead at halftime and then or like past the third quarter and then they'll just blow it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Jets, sadly.
Yeah, very sadly. I hate that this is the early game while we wait for the 1 o'clock start time games. But I guess
it's something, I guess.
I'll go New York.
And then they got to give this to the people out in London. Like, come on, like we got to put good teams out here,
Exactly. Like,
make them like enjoy football.
yeah, they don't get NFL games often. Like, give them something entertaining. Like this? I mean, come on. At least they get football, though. Good for them. But
Yeah.
I'll go New York, 22-19.
I literally had to flip a coin for this one because I don't know, but heads was Jets, tails was Falcons, and heads won. So I'm just gonna go with the Jets here. I don't know, 23-20, I guess. I really don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty lackluster game. Next one is a NFC North battle. We have the 0-4 Lions at the 1-3 Vikings. What's your prediction here?
Oh man, this is like another one that's like a toss up because the Vikings look somewhat good, and then they didn't, and they still managed to like. Have they been in close games? I'm not really sure. I don't remember exactly.
I mean,
But the Lions have been, I think, also in close games. Like wow. So they both been. This is another toss up. I don't know if Minnesota has an advantage over the Lions. It seems like the Lions can never really win against their own division.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
I'd have to agree. I mean, I just don't trust the Lions this year. I mean, they're better than what their record shows, but
Yeah, they perform better. They just can't seem to seal a victory.
no. And the Vikings 1-3, another lackluster start. But I mean, if that kicker would have made the field goal,
Against, what was it, Arizona?
I believe it was, then maybe they would have a obviously better record. But I'll go with the Vikings here. I like their chances more. Dalvin Cook should be good to go, and you can't count out their weapons. And plus,
Yeah.
Griffin and Hunter should get to Goff at some point. So yeah, let's go Minnesota, 30-21.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team, the Vikings here. They are 1-3, but I think they're a much more competitive team than what their record shows. They fight. They try to win. But I think right here they're gonna get a victory here at home. Let's say 29-23.
Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Washington football team. Washington football team coming off a hell of a victory against, I believe it was the Falcons. Because Taylor Heineke is looking really solid. So what's your prediction here?
Oh man, it seems like the Saints are just kind of like we're good one week and then we're good the other week. The football team, it seems like they just had like a couple hiccups, and then the thing is, they don't really have like a quarterback who can take their offense, I guess, to the next level. So, and that defense though can do something, and especially with Jameis Winston probably can throw, or probably will throw a couple picks against this defense, maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Washington.
I'd agree. I got to go Washington. I like their chances more. I mean, the Saints defense, when fully healthy, can do something, but Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry's looking good. Heineke's looking solid, stepping in for Fitzpatrick, and the Washington football team defense is finally starting to get a rhythm going. And like you said, against Winston, who can turn the ball over, will probably do so a few times this game. Let's go Washington. I like their chances more, 26-22.
I mean, the way I see it, if the New York Giants can somehow beat the Saints in overtime, then I think
The freaking Giants.
yeah, I think
Oh
the
my
football
God.
I think the football team that has much more superior and better talent is a better overall football team. No pun intended.
Right.
I think they can be able to get a victory against the Saints. I mean, Jameis Winston, he's on and off every week. And Heineke, he's looking really solid to a point I actually picked up Heineke in fantasy and dropped Winston.
Yeah, definitely a good move.
Yeah, it is. I like the move, but I like the Washington football team to win this game here. I really like their odds. I'm going to say 20-14. I think this will be highly defensive, though.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Next game, it's a no-brainer. At least it should be. We have the Patriots at the Texans. The Texans got completely blown out by the Bills. What was it, 40-0? Could that be a repeat against another AFC East team? What's your prediction?
Yeah, I was actually gonna go to that game because I was at Houston this weekend, but like I ended up not being able to. So yeah, that would have been I guess like a fun blowout. I'm not really sure, but yeah, like I could say that it would have gotten boring for the Texans at least
Yeah, definitely.
for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the Patriots could probably do something like that, but yeah, they probably will hold them like to very low scoring because they did pretty good against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have like more than three weapons on their offense. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Patriots are gonna probably either blow them out or completely blow them out.
Yeah, I'd agree. New England wins here in an away game, advanced to 2-3 in our prediction, man. 24-6. I like the Patriots' weapons a little bit. I don't know if they have enough offensive power to put up points, but against the Texans, it's still a blowout.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem for Mac Jones, who looked real solid against a really good but lingering Tampa Bay defense and secondary. Against the Texans, he should have another good game. I'm going to say New England 26-10.
Next game, we have the AFC East Dolphins against the Buccaneers, a second straight week where the Bucs got to go against an AFC East team. This should be a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, I think it's because the Dolphins like Jacoby Brissett I think is starting. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe you're correct because Tua's still hurt. I think is he on IR?
Tua?
I think is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God! So yeah, Brissett is
Oh, yeah.
starting.
hmm So I'm gonna have to go with, I'm gonna have to go with the Buccaneers because Brissett, he's not like terrible, but he's just like not good enough to win consistently.
No, I definitely agree. Brissett looks solid at times, but I don't know. The Dolphins' offense just can't find a rhythm.
No. I mean, Brissett's one of the better backups in the league, but he's not,
Yeah.
a guy that's going to win consistently.
No, and against the Bucs, I mean, good luck, I guess. Tampa Bay, 33-13.
Tampa Bay, 27-16.
All right.
Tampa Bay, still on a hot streak here. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Bengals. Both teams are 3-1, man. The Steelers need the Bengals to lose. What's your prediction, man?
Oh man, well, I'm gonna go with the Packers, but I don't think that they're gonna have it like very easy. I could be wrong. I mean, with Aaron Rodgers, like there's one week where he kind of like struggles a little bit, like with some teams that have a good defense, but then like all of a sudden he just like I don't know, he throws rockets like everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Packers because the Bengals like I don't know, like it seems like at least for if you got a good pass rush, you got a good chance with the Bengals.
Yeah, right.
Like to beat them. So I'm gonna go with the Packers.
I agree. Packers. I mean, I think this will be a pretty kind of like a shootout because both defenses are still meh. They have playmakers, obviously, but, they're not all there yet. So,
Yeah.
let's go Packers. I like their chances for sure. Especially, Devontae Adams. He should have another good game against the Bengals secondary that has almost no number one corner.
Right.
Still. So, although they might be getting Jesse Bates back, that'll help. But, I mean, it's A-Rod, Devontae Adams. Aaron Jones might actually get something going here. So, let's go Green Bay. 33-26.
Yeah, I got to go with the Green Bay Packers here. This game I do think will be highly competitive and very close, but I think Green Bay does get the victory 28-24.
Yeah. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos at the Pittsburgh Steelers. As a Steelers fan, what's your prediction, man? This should be interesting.
Man, guys, like at this point, I don't know. Like I don't know if I sound like a bandwagoner or something, or
Negative
if I'm
Nancy.
just not a real fan or something, but like if we just don't see like production from them, like how do we expect them to win? Like at least the offense, like the defense, like I really don't complain about the defense because they've done so much for us like the past, what I want to say, like 3 years.
Yeah.
So I want the offense to do something. If the offense doesn't do anything, then like I'm gonna go ahead and say that obviously the Broncos. But if the offense can at least do somewhat consistently what they did the first drive against Green Bay, like we can win. We can do a lot of damage to these teams, but we just don't have that consistency. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just like let their foot off the gas or I don't know.
It's a struggle, that's for sure. Believe it or not, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I like our chances this game. I'm not trying to get too optimistic because then I get mad if they don't perform. But I'm going to go Pittsburgh here. It's a winnable game. The Steelers have to get their first home game of the season or a win regardless because after this game, after this week, we go into primetime against Seattle. Need to get a win here.
Yeah, we do.
We can't fall 1-4.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Pittsburgh here. I think the defense will definitely show up. Bridgewater's still in concussion protocol. We might get Drew Lock starting. Either way, pass rush got to come to play. Got to settle down the running attack of the Broncos, and we got to get our running attack going against the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that happens, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the Steelers, but I'm going to pick them this week. Let's go Pittsburgh, 21-14.
Okay.
And yes, 21. Like over 20 points. I don't know if the offense scores 20, but
that would actually be the first time the Steelers offense would be able to do it this season.
Yeah.
But coming into this game, I'm not going to have many or any expectations from the offense. I'm not going up against a really good and really stacked Broncos defense. They're going to struggle. They already struggle with very
the Bengals and even the Packers.
Yeah, with less powerful defenses. So now they're going to be going up against a much better defense in the Broncos. I mean, even at home at Heinz Field, I mean, good luck. Like, they need to
Yeah.
perform. They can't be complacent. They need to execute. They need to get points. But I don't know if they will. The defense, they're going to try and do whatever they can against Drew Lock and the targets he's got. But if the Steelers continue to be complacent, they don't execute, and they turn over the ball, the defense is going to be tired. It's been the case for 3 straight weeks.
And you know they're going to get a running attack going because our running attack since losing to it and Alualu has been a little suspect.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I want to go Steelers. I'm hoping we win. I really hope so. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't say a safe bet, but I'm gonna go Denver here, 20-14.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this on like the last note. I'm gonna go with the Broncos, but if I'm wrong, like I'm gonna be happy as hell. But um, I do. I never really count out the Steelers like that. Like I don't just give up on them. But I'm going with the Broncos. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave that on the note. If the offense can do something, we can definitely win. If they can't do anything, well, it's like I'm not gonna be surprised. But I'm gonna go with Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if the offense shows up or does something semi-consistent, then yeah, we got to win here. Next game, though, we have the Eagles at the Panthers. The Panthers just made a trade with the Patriots for Stephon Gilmore. Now, Gilmore will not play this game. He will not be active till, I believe, at least week 6, week 7. But nonetheless, man, you're looking at J.C. Horn and Stephon Gilmore. Like, my gosh. And this Panthers team's looking really good. So what's your prediction?
Yeah, it would have been nice to pick up that guy. I don't know if he's still like really good, but I guess like the Patriots just when they don't need somebody, they just basically throw him away, I guess. So man, the Eagles they actually kept up with the Chiefs. Like I was watching that game while doing homework, and yeah, they kept up with him. So the Eagles, but I mean the Chiefs secondary is kind of suspect though. Carolina, I think they do have a better secondary.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think what they're probably gonna do, but I don't know because I haven't seen too many Eagles games. They might let what is his name? The Eagles quarterback. I forgot his
Oh,
name.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. They might let him run around more, like kind of like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what their game plan is. But if the pass isn't working, try and go for the run game or the quarterback runs, and those will probably free it up a little bit. So but I think I do like Carolina more. So I'm going to go with the Panthers.
I got to go with Panthers as well. I mean, in terms of my fantasy, I hope they actually utilize Miles Sanders because I drafted him in the 2nd round to be my number 2 running back, and I'm last in the division. So thanks a lot, Eagles. But yes, I'm blaming the whole season, this fantasy season, on the Eagles for not giving the ball to Miles Sanders.
No, I agree though. I don't know why they don't try to get Sanders the ball. When he's free, he's electric.
I mean, his yards per carry average is like really good.
Yeah, it's positive.
I don't know why they don't give him the ball more. But I agree with that Steelers fan. They could definitely get some read options going, especially against a Panthers defense that has a pass rush, has a secondary. It should be a fun matchup either way. But I'm going to go Carolina. I like their odds more. Chuba Hubbard hopefully has a good game here for my fantasy as well. So let's go Carolina, 25-21.
I do think the Eagles will make this competitive. They were competitive against the Chiefs, and I think they'll do the same against the Panthers. Granted, the Panthers do have a better defense, but still, the Eagles have always been a competitive team. Hurts is always a competitive player. He always tries to find a way to get a victory, to do what he can for the Eagles. But the Panthers are looking real good. Yeah, they lost to the Dallas Cowboys, but they're still a good team. They're still an up-and-rising team, and I think the Panthers are going to win 27-26.
Yeah, they get a rebound win here. Next game is another no-brainer, at least it should be. It's a rivalry matchup, but Titans at the Jags. Jags are just a colossal mess, especially Urban Meyer. My God. So what's your prediction here?
Oh, my God. There's so much crap on him. I don't know, like, if that guy should have just came in as an offensive coordinator first or something. Like, what is his specialty? Like, is it defense?
Not sure, because I didn't really travel through his
coaching career or really pay attention to it.
Right.
But Myers not looking good.
Irregardless, I mean, it should be a no-brainer. I mean, Titans are getting or they should be getting A.J. Brown and Julio Jones back. That's who they didn't have last week, and I think it did come into effect. But Derrick Henry should have another good game.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans here. I kind of would be surprised if the Jags did end up winning this game, but I think the Titans can bounce back if they have their weapons.
Yeah. So I'm agree. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I mean, this if the Jags somehow win, which I don't see a victory yet this year, unless it's maybe against the Texans. But didn't they lose to the Texans week 1?
Yeah, they did.
So good lord.
Yep.
I mean, they did have Tyrod Taylor, who's a better quarterback than David Mills. Or is it Davis Mills? Whatever.
Davis Mills, but nonetheless,
regardless,
if the Jags win, that would be the first win since going 1-0 last year. But I don't see that happening. So Tennessee wins. That's a no-brainer. Tennessee 31-10.
Yeah, I got the Titans. Yeah, they lost to the Jets, but I can't see them losing 2 straight games to 2 god-awful teams. I can't. This is definitely going to be a bounce-back win for the Titans against a division rival, 30-20.
Yeah. Next game, we have another good one, man. We have the Browns at the Chargers. Both teams are 3-1, man. Both teams are looking really good, really stacked, really healthy. So what's your prediction?
And this one is this is one of the hard ones here, so I'm gonna have to go with shit, I really want the Browns to lose.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
But man, every time you believe in the Chargers, they always mess it up. Like I don't know what it is, but every time I believe them, man, at least in my case, they always lose.
You're so true. You're so right.
I mean,
that's so true.
They almost blew the game last Monday night against the Raiders.
Yeah. So it's like, man, I want to say the Chargers, but I think I'm gonna go with the Browns, just in case. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns. If they, it seemed like who did they struggle against last week? The Browns.
I think it was the
But
Vikings.
they only scored 14 points.
Yeah, I think it was the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, the Vikings. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sounds like really stupid of me saying it, but I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I don't blame you, man.
I can understand it. I really can.
It's a coin toss, really.
I mean, the Browns were complacent against Stefanski's former team, the Vikings, but the Chargers, although they almost blew it, they were able to hold on and win against the Raiders on Monday night. I can see them winning the game here at home.
For AFC North stake, yeah, I hope they win.
Yeah, obviously. See, the Chargers are a good team, but the Browns are a good team. That's the thing.
I like the Chargers matchup more.
Yeah, I know. Like, Brandon Stokely has looked really good so far as the head coach for the Chargers. Herbert, you know, the Chargers defense is really stepping up.
If they can stop the run and force Baker to pass, yeah, I like the Chargers' chances.
Yeah, you know what? I think they can be able to do that. If they can do that, then yeah, it's a victory here. I'm actually going to go with the Chargers on this one. Let's say, I think this will be close though. I really do. Let's say 34-31.
The matchup to watch for sure will be Myles Garrett versus Rashawn Slater. That's going to be a iron sharpened iron type thing. Because Slater's look really good, but Myles Garrett, I mean, you know, Myles Garrett's Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Chargers,
And
though.
you know what the funny thing will be is like if there's more Cleveland fans in SoFi Stadium than there are Charger fans, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, because that happened to the Chargers last week against the Raiders. That seems to happen like every time they have a home game, no matter if it's San Diego or Los Angeles. It's like, wow, it's like they never have a home field advantage game.
No.
But I can see that happening. But I'll go Los Angeles, 33-24. This will be an offensive matchup.
Okay.
Next game, we have the Bears at the Raiders. I can't remember. Is this the first game that Khalil Mack has faced the Raiders since the trade? Or it's one of the first?
Maybe his second time, because I think he did play them
You might be right.
earlier.
But nonetheless, I mean, Khalil Mack returns semi-home because
They're in Las Vegas now, but he faces his old team. And I think Justin Fields is starting in this game, or he's going to be the starter for the rest of the season.
he is starting this game. Dalton will be the backup. What's your prediction?
This is I would say that the Bears definitely do have the defense to slow down the Raiders. I mean, the Chargers did it for I think a whole half and a little bit more maybe.
Yeah.
But the Bears, like man, their offense like has to do something if they want to actually win this game. Uh, so I don't know. I think I might have to go with the Raiders here.
That's who I'm picking. I'm going Las Vegas. I still can't trust the Bears.
I mean, even if Fields is in there, he's the much better quarterback and the best chance for them to win. I just don't trust Matt Nagy running the offense. I don't.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
in the Raiders' defense, it's still pretty solid too. They got a great pass rush. Secondary's nice if they can stay healthy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Las Vegas here.
At home, yeah.
Yeah, 27-17.
Let's go Las Vegas, 23-18.
All right.
Next game we have, I believe this is another NFC
NFC.
West matchup. So 2 straight weeks we have 2 NFC West matchups. That is crazy. So the Niners lost to the Seahawks last week, and the Cardinals beat the Rams. Cardinals are the only undefeated team in the league. Does that remain the case with you?
Oh man, this one is like another toss up. Like
Yeah.
because the 49ers don't have a terrible defense, but the Cardinals, they're just like seems like the engine is running good on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the winning streak still continues, but I would not be surprised if the 49ers won this game.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what makes it hard. See, the thing about the Niners is, yeah, they lost 2 games, but they're still a good team, and I can't
But
see.
they're close.
Yeah,
They were.
and I can't see them losing 3 straight.
But it's also against arguably the best team in the league in the Cardinals, who are, at this point right now, early in the season, a dark horse for a Super Bowl. And I believe Trey Lance is starting this game.
I think you're correct. I think Garoppolo's still hurt.
So Trey Lance would, if that's the case, would make his first career start in a big game.
Oh man, if he beats Murray, like people are going to basically put him on a pedestal at that point.
Exactly.
They're gonna want him to start instead of Garoppolo.
I could see that. And honestly, for somewhat good reason. But you also don't want to rush him either.
No, you definitely don't.
Yeah. Man. Yep. I think I'm still gonna go with the Cardinals, but again, I would not be surprised if the 49ers won this game.
This is just
They actually know how to do screenplays,
yeah, I mean,
unlike us.
Kyle Shanahan's head coach taking control of that offense. He's an offensive mastermind. So this is another coin toss, but I'm still gonna go with Arizona just because it's hard to bet against them right now. Murray's looking great.
I mean,
offense is on fire.
last week they beat the Rams. They put up 37 points against the Rams.
Yeah, and that defense is looking really good. Front 7 is great. Secondary stepping up. I mean,
their linebackers are very good.
it's really hard to bet against Arizona. But of course this is an NFC West matchup. It's always close. So I'm gonna say Arizona, 30-23.
All right. I'm gonna go with Arizona here.
Are you?
Yeah, I can't see the Niners losing 3 straight, but I can't. You know, the Cardinals are just so hot right now, and it's kind of hard to bet against them, like you said. I do think San Francisco can be able to win this game, but Arizona and at home field advantage, it's hard.
Yeah, the Red Sea.
It's hard to bet against them, man. So I'm gonna go with Arizona. Let's say 33-23.
Should be a good game though. That's definitely one to watch for after the Steelers game. Next game though, we have another rivalry matchup. One that used to be close in the past. It might be the same, but the Giants aren't looking too good. We have the Giants at the Cowboys. Cowboys is looking really good too. So what's your prediction here?
Yeah, like when I saw them against like Tampa Bay, I was like really surprised. I even like had to admit I was like telling my aunt because they're Cowboys fans. I was like, if they make it to the NFC Championship game, I'm gonna have to buy a Dak Prescott jersey. So, I mean, I wouldn't be too mad about that, but like at the same time, I would because I would be like, damn, I'm right. Why am I right? Now I gotta buy this jersey. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the Giants do have a chance. They just got to get their offense right, so they can like compete. But I'm still gonna go with the Cowboys here.
I mean, after losing to Tampa Bay Week 1, they've won 3 straight, and the Giants have injuries at receiver with Shepard and who else?
I think Galladay's still hurt. He's still nagging an injury.
Right. So all they have is Darius Phillips, Kadarius Toney, who looked good last week, but
You mean Darius Slay? You said
And
Phillips.
then
I said
isn't
Darius.
their like offensive line like not very good?
no, it's not. I mean, I know what's his name? 4th round pick from last year. Andrew Thomas is stepping up. That's good.
Fourth overall.
I still like Will Hernandez, but, man.
No, that line's
That
not really.
pass rush is gonna eat, I think.
Yeah, and they can barely get anything going for Barkley.
Yeah, that offensive line for the Giants is not doing anybody any favors.
So I'm gonna go Cowboys here at home, and that defense, man, is looking great.
Like, bros, ever since hiring Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator, that defense has changed. Their defense has looked much better in 4 games than their past defenses has.
Last year.
Yeah.
Look at Trevon Diggs. He leads the league in picks with 5
already.
He has more picks than NFL
5
weeks so
picks.
far.
My God.
He's just a playmaker every week. He sticks out, man. It's crazy. Plus, linebacker core is great. They just released Jalen Smith, which is kind of questionable, but if you look at tape, yeah, he's also questionable in himself. And they're stacked at linebacker.
Yeah.
Incredibly stacked. So Cowboys aren't going to lose much with releasing Smith. So Cowboys win here. That's for sure. Let's go Cowboys. 33-17.
I got Dallas 37-21.
Yeah. Next game, though, we have a Sunday night matchup. Sunday Night Football, it is a rematch from the AFC Championship game last year. The Bills at the Chiefs. After losing to the Steelers week 1, Bills have won 3 straight. They've outscored their opponents, only allowing 21 points the last 3 weeks. All those points came against Washington. They've shut out 2 opponents. Granted, they were the Texans and the Dolphins, so what do you expect? But the Chiefs, man, 2-2, still trying to rebound, man. Stay in that division. What's your prediction?
Eesh. Holy crap, that's just 21 points. Wow. Guys, what did we do? Or at least what did the Steelers do? Because we awoke a monster. Man, like the Bills, ever since they lost to us, like something happened. Like a switch just flipped, or like, I don't know.
Something.
Because yeah, we did something to piss them off, and now they're beating everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chiefs, I mean, that was surprising. Was it like 2 straight losses, or was it like in September at least? Like,
yeah,
he had never lost, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you're right, because they beat the Browns week 1, then lost 2 straight matchups. It's crazy because they could be 1-3 right now if the Browns didn't botch the punt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it's because it's pretty much the thing that's kind of like affecting us is the defense. But I mean, with them not taking a break with Kansas City, it's a whole different story. Their defense is just not very good. They don't have really any playmakers besides Matthew and some guys on the pass rush.
Right.
The Bills, I think, are gonna take the victory here. I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yeah, I can totally see the Bills winning this, getting their revenge, I guess, after losing horribly in the championship match. Bills, like you said, it's like we awoke the monster, awoke the beast. They're looking real good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, only 21 points allowed the last 3 weeks, all of them coming against Washington. 2 shutouts. But against the Chiefs, it's hard to limit them. It's hard to, especially at home field advantage, Arrowhead, the loudest stadium in football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow.
Yep.
And because of that, I think I'm going to go Kansas City here.
Okay.
I think the Bills' hot streak hits a bump in the road, and I'm going to go Kansas City 29-26.
Hey, that's completely understandable. Kansas City's Kansas City. But the thing about Kansas City is their defense is very lackluster.
Very.
And ever since we beat the Bills, their offense has been striking. Very much. Sanders has been reliable. Diggs, he hasn't really done anything epic yet, but if there's one game to do it, it's definitely against Kansas City. Considering after the Bills lost an AFC Championship game, Diggs went back out of the tunnel and watched the Chiefs celebrate because he wanted to use that as motivation to get better.
I'm glad you added that. That is wow.
So if Diggs wants to have a big game to show up and help win, this is the game to do it. And just in that, I think the Bills can be able to get this victory and make the Chiefs 2-3. I'm going to say Buffalo wins 29-26.
I can't recall the last time the Chiefs, or Patrick Mahomes in general, had a losing record at one point in the season twice.
I don't know.
So that could happen, man. It's going to be a hell of a matchup, Sunday football. Maybe game of the year. Next game, though.
Yeah, this could be a very good game right here.
It should be.
I would not be surprised if if the Bills struggled a little bit towards the end. But yeah, I think they can. I think they can win this game. They got a pretty good offense. The Chiefs secondary is the most problematic for them. Other than that, they just got to keep up with Patrick Mahomes.
You're right. I think the home field advantage gets to Buffalo, but in your prediction, yeah, Buffalo could pull out. I mean, we're talking two of the top dogs in the AFC.
Exactly.
This could be a preview of AFC Championship game for a second straight year. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be a fun match. Monday Night Football to close out Week 5, guys, though, we have the Colts at the Ravens. What's your prediction, man?
Man, like, is Wentz starting this game or no?
Wentz is starting.
Okay, so I don't know how the Colts defense has been. I think it's been not very good.
I mean,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
they just won their first game of the season, so that's to add there.
Yeah, man, like, I just wish that everybody in the AFC North could lose.
Exactly.
So that way, if we could win, it can help us. But yeah, I think the Ravens still can. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts beat the Ravens, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens here. The Ravens just have a really good still rushing offense. Their defense isn't that bad, so yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if the Ravens win. But if the Colts do, like, I think they can do it if they do all the right things.
I agree. I think the Colts, if they got to win, if for their chance to win here, they got to get a running game going, slow down Lamar Jackson, try to keep him off the field. But the thing is, Lamar Jackson, he's on a hot streak right now. So are the Ravens. Even throughout all the injuries that they've suffered before and during the season, they're still 3-1.
Yeah.
And I got to go Ravens in M&T Bank Stadium in their own house at home. So I'm going to go Ravens here, man. Let's go 26-24.
I'm going to go with the Ravens to win this game. I do think this could be another highly defensive bout because both defenses are still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ravens in home field advantage and Lamar being Lamar, he's actually been playing a lot better. Marquise Brown has really been stepping up big time. They're going to be getting some targets back. They may be getting Tyson Williams back to help with the running game because he hasn't really looked too terrible. And they
For
can
an undrafted rookie, no.
and they can still establish a rushing game. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore here. I'm going to say 24-21.
Anyway, guys, those are our Week 5 picks, man. Give us your guys' picks down below. I want to thank that Steelers fan, a.k.a. Bell, for his time, his predictions, and for finding the time to do the predictions with us for a second straight year, man. So anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Just really appreciate you guys letting me on here again. Really, thank you. And we'll see how good we do this week. Hopefully the Steelers do a lot better. But, man, just watching that game I don't know if you guys were watching that game live, but that was the day that I actually bought a Ben jersey because they beat the Broncos.
Really?
And watching that game now is pretty painful because our offense could be like that still, but we are not. So hopefully we do a lot better this week. And but thanks again for letting me on here. And yeah, I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, no problem, man. Thanks for coming on. Well said. And let's go Steelers. Let's get this win. Give us your guys' picks down below. Good luck in the Troy Polamalu sign giveaway at the end of the season, of course. And you're more welcome to join us with the piece. Rob, sign us out.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace.
Peace.